My name is Lorenz Attard. I was involved with Fondazione Temizan Meat in this project, the Med project, which is a transnational cooperation project under the CBC Med Enpi program. And the aim of this project is to bring together a number of organizations from Mediterranean countries, both from the North European shore and also from the African and Middle Eastern shores of the Mediterranean, to explore the feasibility, the possibility of utilizing marine microalgae for the production of primarily biodiesel, but also eventually to explore the possibilities for other products, what we call co-products, that can be of so many different kinds. The idea is to utilize these marine microalgae in a seawater environment, and this is because, of course, the seawater is abundant in the Mediterranean, but freshwater, as we all know, is not. It's a scarce resource that many countries can actually have a difficulty in procuring. So it would not make sense to utilize freshwater algae, which have been traditionally the most explored species in this sense, and to go for marine species. So what we did was to follow the protocols produced by the project to culture the bacteria, the algae in specific controlled environments, both in ponds, in open ponds, and also in what we call closed bioreactors, in order to come up with algae oil and convert that into biodiesel. Now, initially, we explored both mixed algal species from the environment, and also unialgal species provided by one of the partners. Over here we are at a place, it's called El Malo, which is a very particular ecosystem, where freshwater and seawater mix. The place is connected to the sea via underground channels here, but also receives a lot of fresh water, a lot of rainwater runoff during the winter time. So the water here is brackish. It's what we call brackish. It is between seawater and fresh water, but the salinity varies with the season, of course, depending on the rainfall. And this is where we chose to sample, to take our bloom, our algal specimens from the environment. The advantage here is that we are talking of species that are already established in nature here, and that would therefore need very little acclimatization to a controlled environment which is similar. And so our success has been better, let's say, with this kind of bloom than with a bloom that is unialgal from another environment. So for now, it has proven quite promising. The algae actually grows quite readily in a controlled environment, both in the ponds and in the photobioreactors. And we are in the process of harvesting and producing the oil. One must say at this point that algal oil can be a very important resource in the future, both, as I said, for the production of biodiesel, which is obviously carbon neutral or almost carbon neutral, because there will always be some input of energy in its production, transport, etc. But also in the co-products, which can vary from actual human feedstock, or also feedstock for animal husbandry, for aquaculture, but can also be quite promising for a number of other products like pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, and food supplements, and so on. So we are very happy as Fondazione Temizammi to be involved in this project. I think the partnership is also a very, how would you say, a very welcoming one, very cooperative. We have had the support of everybody in the team, in the partnership, and we look forward now to, with our partners also from Malta, the Malta Intelligent Energy Management Agency, together with them, who are, the agency is actually working on the business aspect, the feasibility and business plan aspect. We are hoping to set up a collaboration with the Water Services Corporation in Malta. Particularly since they have affluent water which is rich in nutrients, and therefore can serve as a medium to grow the algae and to explore together the possibilities of going large scale in the future. What we are envisaging, rather than going to biodiesel, which of course the feasibility or otherwise of biodiesel is very much dependent on petroleum prices, on current petroleum prices. But we do see a potential for co-products, in particular the feed for aquaculture, for fish cultures. And this is also because we have such an industry in Malta, and so we can actually explore the the idea with a number of ongoing companies that are actually working on aquaculture already in Malta. And so we have the synergies, we have the clustering, the networking that will make the exploration of this co-product together with Water Services Corporation possible even beyond the end of the project itself. Thank you very much.
Sono limitate per I prossimi 60 anni.
So it is estimated that petrol will only last for the next 60 years.
Perché la popolazione mondiale ne consuma giornalmente una quantità più di quanto ne riesce a prelevare.
Okay, so because the world's population is always consuming more of more petrol than us humans can actually produce.
Okay. Per questo noi facciamo le ricerche su combustibili alternativi.
So that is why they do research on alternative types of fuels.
Cerchiamo di creare nuovi combustibili che si possono adattare meglio ai motori già esistenti, ai motori delle macchine già esistenti.
So, and they try to create these fuels keeping in mind that they are compatible, they can go along with the current vehicles, current cars that we have nowadays, basically.
Go! Mela, hi, I am Algae Med Enpi Ftz, I am an engineer and I work as a project management at the Malta Intelligent Energy Management Agency, also known as MEMA. MEMA is participating in the Algae project, which is a 3-year project together with a number other of partners. Spek, gustus ġejt? Ġibni xoħxon ta'? Hi, I am Algae Med Enpi Ftz, I am an electrical engineer and I work as a project manager at the Malta Intelligent Energy Management Agency, also known as MEMA. MEMA is participating in this 3-year project called Algae, which is an NP CBC project. We are working with the Fondazione Temesamit on this project as well in order to come up with the most viable solutions in order to utilize the co-products of Algae. Basically, MEMA is making a pre-feasibility study and a business plan for the utilization of this particular technology in Malta so that we can make it viable to produce biodiesel while also selling the byproducts or also the co-products. We are working and discussing with the Water Services Corporation and the University of Malta on how we can make this process economically viable. It was indicated that the co-products of the microalgae can be utilized for marine feed, that is to feed the fish which are grown in the fish farms and the fish ponds, and also the algae can be used in order to use them for beauty products and for health products. So at this point in time, we are also looking at particular sites in Malta where this project, the business project, can be set up. We are seeing this with the Water Services Corporation, in order to identify those sites which have the best algae, which can give nutrients, that is, for example, the utilization of grey water or secondary water, in order to use them as nutrients for the algae. Together with the project partnership, we are analyzing the different ways by which we can make this algae process viable and economically feasible. In this way, we aim to come up with a product, biodiesel, which can be sustainable in terms of energy and carbon footprint, and also financially. In this matter, we can mitigate the carbon footprint of Malta and also the European Union by producing a sustainable and clean mode of propulsion.